Today is March 23rd, 2023. My name is Charles Suter. Today I'm going to talk about how to create a comfort zone. My main message is don't settle too soon. Otherwise, you end up deserving what you settle for. Don't settle for just any comfort zone. Don't settle into a permanent comfort zone too soon if it is not the right one that's in your best long-term interests, because you might be there for a very long time. People love comfort, familiarity, and predictability. Comfort zones offer all three of these desirable characteristics. For these reasons, people are driven to create a comfort zone everywhere they are, even if they only expect themselves to be there for a short time. Ideally, every comfort zone is a stepping stone to a better comfort zone, one that provides more human needs and hence a safe haven that is more satisfying than the last one. Ultimately, people get married, get a job, buy a house, and establish roots in a particular niche. Then they tend to stay there, surrounded by comfort, familiarity, and predictability. To break out of a long-established comfort zone ultimately becomes too daunting. So make sure you pick a good comfort zone to begin with, because once a person settles, he tends to remain there, sometimes quite happy, but sometimes not. Once a person settles, changing a comfort zone to an imagined better one becomes daunting. Proposition 1. A comfort zone is a psychological sphere of safety and refuge. It's human nature to seek circumstances that predictably satisfy human needs. So people often get trapped in a suboptimal comfort zone too early and never break out. The danger is restrictive comfort zones limit personal growth, development, and self-realization. In whatever situation or circumstances in which a person finds himself, it's instinctive to establish a lifeline to sources capable of satisfying the most basic human needs. Then once established, the boundaries of a familiar and predictable comfort zone are expanded outward, seeking increased comfort and a greater supply of human needs. However, although that may be the ideal, the unique structure of an initial comfort zone tends to limit and shape the potential paths for change. A comfort zone will expand until the level of comfort is just equal to the predictable discomfort of expansion. In other words, expanding the comfort zone comes at a cost. You have to step outside your comfort zone, and that's uncomfortable. When the anticipated cost of improving the comfort zone is just balanced by the expected increase in comfort, future expansion slows and ultimately stops. Thereafter, people choose to live comfortably within their closed system niche in life, where further growth is limited or ceases altogether. Proposition 2. Early comfort zones are created most often by a series of random choices. People don't design their comfort zones, they just tend to fall into one. Most comfort zones are not optimized but fall into place haphazardly. The danger of settling too soon into a comfort zone is to become trapped there. The right size comfort zone is one with plenty of room for expansion. Most comfort zones are developed randomly and suboptimally. I've already said that, but I want to emphasize it. And people settle too soon into the first available comfort zone they create for themselves. Comfort is the enemy of change, and a fixed and rigid comfort zone will limit your opportunities to become a person that realizes his full potential. Comfort zones are like a safe harbor for a ship at sea. You might have heard that expression before. People seek not only comfort but protection from threats and their own fears. Comfort zones are safe and predictable, and this is part of their appeal. Proposition 3. When times get tough, people tend to hide within their comfort zones. Again, another advantage of a comfort zone is its safety from unpredictability and threats. There's a danger of becoming too protected and never venturing into the unknown or outside their comfort zone. People can't develop their full potential living fully within a confined comfort zone. When faced with adversity, hardship, and uncertainty, people seek the nearest shelter to build their comfort zone. These emergency comfort zones are typically suboptimal relative to what could be devised with a little bit more time and effort to design them to the person's specific needs. People tend to seek shelter and stay put, especially when problems seem unsurmountable. Too many people find it easier to accept the status quo and quit the struggle to improve their life by working towards something better, but uncertain. Hunkering down is both natural and reasonable when the threat is actually overwhelming. But when the storm passes, again, here's another phrase you might have heard before, a ship's purpose is to sail the ocean to distant lands. When growth stops, it also puts the brakes on further development of one's human potential. Now, my final message. Don't settle for a lesser comfort zone than what you deserve, and you deserve the best. Comfort zones are useful to ensure the tranquility of human life, but if the comfort zone is suboptimal or limiting to one's future growth potential, it will stymie one's satisfaction with life, making one wonder, is this all there is? There's no greater loss than the waste of one's potential to be all they could have become. For that reason, you should never stop expanding or upgrading your comfort zone until you have reached full potential and created a comfort zone that provides a life of full satisfaction. Well, that's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.